Do you wake up with aches and pains? Are your muscles sore and stiff? Is pain affecting your work and daily life? Then your life is about to change forever. Introducing
If you're itching to find a solution for your body aches, just like me, then you're in the right place.
Work from home. If you're lucky, you have a home office, but you would be in the minority. Instead of office desks and chairs, most people are having to choose between sofas, beds, or the kitchen floor and are moving less than ever before in smaller spaces. This can have a devastating impact on our bodies. In today's episode, we are going to be joined by Dr. Pooja Shukla, who's a physiotherapist. She's going to be teaching us a little about ergonomics, how to set up your workplace ergonomically, and certain exercises you can do when you take a break. Thank you so much, Pooja, for joining us. I know the last week and the last few months have been very stressful. So thank you so much. It means a lot to us.
It's my pleasure, to be here.
So I'm just going to go to the first question itself. It's a very basic one. We've spoken about ergonomics briefly in the past too, and we know that you've told me that it's a broad concept. It's a broad discipline which involves knowledge from anatomy and then physiology, psychology, engineering all together. But if you had to, break it down and explain it to a layman, how would you explain ergonomics to someone?
It's the science of designing and arranging your workplace that suits your body type and not the other way around. We always try to fit in somewhere that, it's okay. Let me bend a little extra, let me sit a little uncomfortable. And that is what is something that causes all those problems in the body. So ergonomics looks after that thing as a whole in a very holistic way of making sure that everything that you're using, your workplace, including your desk, your chair, all the things that are around you are designed in a way which is very friendly for you and your body, and you don't have to make compromises.
I've always had this question that, when my parents are telling me not to slouch, okay, my question is, why is something so wrong, all right, feel so right? Why does that happen to me? I feel so good even when I'm slouching. So I feel like I do feel different body aches at different points in time. So I think it's just so important to talk about this at this point because, we are not aware about these things. That's
true.
That I've noticed that, people are just not aware. They don't realize, and especially staying at home, we're not very mindful about our posture. When I was I would still be like, I would be people watching me, but sitting at home and, working, you will find me in the randomest positions trying to figure out working different angles. So I think, it's definitely very funny to watch, but I think it's definitely taking a toll on my body.
That's exactly what, I wanted to come down to, that when you're in a workspace or maybe when students are in college or in class, you don't have an option. You don't have the availability of a couch. So you have to restrict yourself to the chair. So at least that much is happening. When you're at home, the bed, the floor, the couch, the chair, everything becomes your workplace. And that is where at the end of the day, you will be like, oh my God, maybe the neck is hurting a little. Maybe my wrist is hurting. My feet don't feel good. And the point is that it's very important to realize that these symptoms are coming up. There are so many conditions. I'm sure everybody who's in MNC and has been working for a couple of years, housewives for sure, would have come across something when they go to their doctor, they say, acha, trapezius spasm hai, or some nerve impingement hai, do these exercises and you'll be okay. Or people who are constantly on the laptop, there's something called as carpal tunnel syndrome. Sounds really complicated, but it's just extremely basic condition where you put a lot of pressure on your wrist and so a nerve gets pinched. It's just everything that you're doing doesn't just suddenly appear in the body. It's because you've been doing something that is not right over a couple of days or months or years, and it's going to show somewhere.
I understand that, bad or poor posture can lead to a lot of bodily problems. But, I read that it can also lead to a lot of mood swings, depression. It can affect your sleep.
Yes. So again, it's great that you brought this up, but the same trapezius spasm that I was talking about, it's called an emotional muscle.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of times, I have my patients coming to me and telling me, I haven't done anything. I haven't lifted up anything heavy. I've not slept wrong. I've not done any work. We have like servants in the house, but it's still just sore. What is the problem? Like, I feel like I can't lift my hand up. And if you just find out into their history, they will tell you they've probably been unwell in the last 1 month, or maybe they've had a lot of family challenges that are probably coming up, or they've had a wedding in their house, something that really emotionally stresses you. Yes, it's like a trigger. So you do have that. You do have your especially your trapezius, also a lot of your back muscles, which are emotional muscles. So you cannot separate your the physical aspect of your body and the emotional aspect of it, because that is what the correlation between them is what makes the body run as a whole.
That's really insightful. I actually want to, understand that since now we're at home, all right, we've been locked down since the last 7 months. There's only so much you can do to set up things ergonomically.
Yes.
So I want to know, what is it? How can one set up one's desk at home while they're working? A few
Right.
things to keep in mind while setting their, workplace.
Yes, absolutely. So let me start with just from the top, and I'll go to the bottom accordingly as to how you can do this. So the first thing that you need to be very mindful of is your head. It has to be upright and right over your shoulders. Your eyes have to be exactly at the level of the source without tilting your head, because otherwise if it's too high, you're going to raise your head all the way, and it's not a natural position for your neck. If it's too low, you're going to keep bending and slouching from your shoulders. So that's the reason why it's very important to make sure that the source is at your eye level. A slight tilt is of course okay, but not in a way where it's affecting the neck. So that covers the neck part of it. Coming to the shoulders, they need to be absolutely relaxed. A lot of people have the tendency of constantly just holding the shoulders up. So make sure they're relaxed, falling flat. After that, we come to the back support. This is again a very, very important thing. The chair that you're using, you need to make sure covers all the way till your shoulder. A lot of chairs that we use at home maybe is just halfway through, or maybe just covers the lower back. Those ideally are not a very good bet when you're trying to ask for support for your spine. So make sure that it is all the way till your shoulder level. One easy technique to make sure that you're supporting your spine well is just, have a small cushion or a roll of towel. You have a lot of these terracotta, nice thick towels, which are soft and comfortable at home. So just make a nice roll of it and snugly fit it at the low hollow of your back. After that, we move on to the elbows. We all have the habit where sometimes the laptop is just up there and we're typing this way, or it's all the way there and the elbows are down. Try and keep it at a 90 degrees angle, right parallel, to your body. And that is the level at what your desk should be.
Okay.
So that if the desk is higher, you'll automatically, your elbows will go here. And you don't want that. And going down from that, coming to the feet, you need to make sure your feet are nicely rested on the floor and they're flat. Okay. No like pulling them to your chest and sitting. Of course, everyone needs a change once in a while. So it's okay if you're changing your position, but when you're constantly sitting through the day, that make sure that if your legs are hanging down, you have a good feet support or a footrest, or maybe get a stool. A small stool with a height which doesn't really push your knees up, but have that rest and don't let the legs hanging. So this in brief, covering all the way from the head to the foot is how you can, watch this at home.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for that, because I think now we've realized that sitting at home also, we can set it up ergonomically. We don't really require a lot of equipment, as you rightly said. We can get things from what we already have at home and make a setup that is, that helps us. Now, I think we've already spoken about a lot of, different conditions that people are facing. And we've also spoken about the importance of a break. So when we do take a break, what are the different kind of exercises or stretches one can do If you could enlighten us about that, I think that would be great.
So since we've been talking a lot about work from home and students working online, of course, what I'd like to target is the neck, that you can really release. Again, as I said, that it is also a stress muscle. So everybody who's stressed because of the work, or maybe stressed at home, or stressed because of the kids, it's a great way to release your neck also. So let's get started. The first stretch is called ear to shoulder stretch. Okay, so I'm just giving you these little fine lines, which are easier to remember, and will tell you exactly what the stretch is about. So what I need you to do is take your left hand, okay, hold it at the base of the chair. Now you can use your right hand, take it over. Yes, okay, and slowly pull your right ear to your right shoulder. Now, as you're doing this, you should be able to feel a stretch on the side of your neck. That is the exact muscle you're pulling,
Correct.
And you can hold it there for 10 to 15 seconds as you feel comfortable, and then slowly release it back. Perfect. After this, the one that, I'd like to target is something that again helps you open up, the chest muscles. This is mainly because of the fact that since we're constantly sitting this way, people tend to get a lot of tightness of the chest muscles, and we don't realize that we need to open it up. Clasp your fingers, have it on your head. Yes, make sure your back is straight, and you're only going to.
By straight, should it be like really erect, or
no? Again, like I said, be in a comfortable straight position. You don't have to force your spine, to be all the way erect. As long as it's not curved, you're not slouched, that's fine. Yes, well supported is what I mean by when I say straight. Okay, so you just nicely stretch your elbows all the way back till you feel a good stretch in the front of your chest, and slowly come back in the center. I like calling this the butterfly because you're, really flapping your wings out and coming back in.
I can feel it right now.
Yeah, I can tell from your face. So yeah, it's a happy stretch. I'm sure everyone who does it will agree to it. So you can just, repeat this a couple of times and relax. That really helps open up the front of your
I've
chest.
also felt like a lot of stretch in the middle of my back. So
Yes. So again, what happens is when you're stretching your chest muscles, the muscles on your back are contracting.
correct.
So you feel that squeeze, on the sides of your spine, and that's absolutely normal. Now, the next one is again something which is a very small movement, but it's very important and does real magic in aligning your head the right way. I call it the pigeon move because I'm sure all of y'all who've seen pigeons out, they're constantly like, the neck just keeps moving. Anytime you see a pigeon, just make sure you really focus on that. And that's the exact move that you need to really copy. So what happens in that is that, I'm going to show you at a side angle so that you can see the movement correctly. Okay. So this is how you need to be sitting with your back straight. And all you have to do is just, you're tucking your chin in. Just tuck it in and relax. So what you can do is have two fingers here and keep the fingers there so that you know that's your starting point. Pull your chin away and you come back. Okay, so it's literally a pigeon move.
Fast movement or
no. So again, you don't need to have it really fast, but there are no hold counts. You don't really need to hold it like a stretch. You just need to tuck it in, maybe take 2 to 3 counts, come back. And the last one that I'd like to cover is something that, works your entire spine. It's something called as a cat-camel exercise, but it's a variation of it. It's a seated version of it. Okay. So you don't really need to go on all fours and have a mat to do this exercise. You can do it from wherever you are. For the same thing, I'm just going to be turning on the side to show it to you. What you can do is sit at the edge of a bed or chair, wherever you are. Clasp your fingers, stretch them out, and nicely stretch them further away. Hunch your back and get your neck in between your arms. And this is the camel version of it, where you can see a nice hunch on my back. From there, yeah, you slowly come back to your normal position. Relax. And then you arch your back like a cat does. So you just stretch your arms out, look up to the ceiling, and get a nice arch on your back. And relax again. So this particular movement really mobilizes your spine, in two extreme positions. That is, once you're just completely hunching, and next you're completely arching. This covers up and helps, open up your neck, your upper back, and a little bit of your mid and lower also to some extent. So I just, advise everyone to do this every 2 hours, no matter where they're working from. Take these breaks, get up, walk around after every 30 minutes of seated activities. And this should really, really help them with the soreness and the tightness that they're all feeling.
I'm sure, because, I can already feel the difference, when I started and right now when, we're
Yes.
done with our session, it feels very relaxing. So I'm sure.
Yeah. Are you feeling light? Are you feeling like it's more relaxed?
Yeah, I think I need to pay a little more attention to my body. And I just think it's very important to take it make it a constant practice. I think it's not a day's work. You have to make it.
Yes, absolutely. So just be a little aware, be a little careful, learn to listen to your body. And I'm sure if you treat it well, it's going to reward you.
I'm sure. Thank you so much, Pooja. I can't even begin to tell you how important this session was, not just for the audience, but for me.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure that I am using this making this a practice moving forward. And I'm sure everyone with a relaxed back is going to thank you. So thank you so much once again for joining.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that I was here and, I can just help on this topic. It was an absolute pleasure to be here.
The journey to good health is a long one, but I'm glad you took the first step with me. The first step of being aware. Thank you so much for joining us. Till I see you next, keep upskilling.